Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see, today we are creating a Harry Potter uniform. Oh my god, that moment when that letter comes in your mail to tell you that you are a wizard. How exciting. Anyway, I really hope you enjoy this look. I won't carry on too much. As always, I will leave everything in the description below. Please like, subscribe, turn that notification bell on when you do, and leave a comment down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we start, I do want to say, yes, I do have a top on. I am not sitting here with no clothes on before you comment. That would be very, very weird, and we don't want that. So in front of me I have a reference picture. I did take the sorting hat quiz to see what house I would go in, and I have ended up in Ravenclaw. Which I actually prefer because I feel like everybody either does Gryffindor or Slytherin. They never do Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff, so I'm pretty happy with that. In front of me I've got a picture of Luna Lovegood because she's in Ravenclaw, just so I can get a picture of her uniform. I know it doesn't have the logo on it, but that's alright. I just want it to be a simple uniform with a look. So as always, I have already prepped my skin. I always go in with a cleanser just to get all those nasties out of there. Then I go over it with just a basic moisturizer. I use the brand Simple. It's just my go-to moisturizer. So everyone should most definitely let me know what is your favorite Harry Potter house and who is your favorite character as well. I change my characters all the time. If I do have to say, I love Sirius Black. Like hands down, Sirius Black is my absolute fave. Now that I have those lines down, I'm just going to go fill in the white t-shirt and the tie just to get a bit more of an idea. So for the tie, I'm going to go in with the Miron Paradise paints in the dark blue shade. Once it dries down, because their uniform is more of like that grey blue, I'm going to put a little bit of grey into it as well. And then to add the grey effect, I'm going to go in and use the Miron Paradise paint in Storm Cloud. Next, for the outlining, I will be taking the Diamond FX paint in black. With a small detail brush, we'll just making the outlines of what we have so far. Okay, so now that bit is done, but do keep in mind it is not fully completed yet. We do have to go back in with a bit of eyeshadow, do some shadowing, and then it will be completed. But for now, I'm just going to do the rest of the sweater. So I'm going to go in with that same grey that I used for the tie. Because this bit does take a while, I am going to speed it up. But afterwards, I do have some stuff I want to discuss with you guys. Okay, so now that every colour is laid down, let's go in with the shading. So all you need to shade is, for this one, because I've done a black outline, I'm going to use a black shadow. For this, I just use any black eyeshadow. Today I just picked up the BB eyeshadow. As you can see, the black gets used a lot compared to every other colour. I do admit, for a cheaper palette, that this black is really good compared to like more expensive ones. So I'm just going to start on the neckline. Basically here you're just trying to create a little shadow to show that like it's actually on your body. So with necklines, I do it thicker at the ends, as you can see, and as I bring it in, I go more thinner. And we're just gonna lightly shade this area. And then we're just gonna go under on top of the jacket. Basically where you have lined everything, there will be a shadow. So with the jumper, I need to make it a bit more darker, but I don't want to exactly make it black. So I'm going to take the Be Perfect Cross Stacey Marie Carnival palette, and I'm just going to go in with this shade here called Moon. It's a bit more of that kind of navy sort of colour. I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush and start up here just to make sure that I like it. As you can see, it is coming out a bit more on the blue side. I'm just going to grab a bit of the grey from the DP eyeshadow palette and just put it on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue this step, and I will be right back. And I am back. So to get it a bit darker, I went over it with the blue, then the grey, and then I put a little bit of black over top and just really spread it out. And I like how it come out. So the next bit I'm going to try to do, can't say it's going to be a success, but what Luna's wearing is more like a cardigan, like a button-up cardigan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that like line and a button here with the little curve, just to give it a bit more oomph. So with this, I'm going to grab a black and do like the collar sort of bit on the cardigan. Basically, I'm just going to follow this, what I'm just doing right now, into the shape of it. Now I am going to go in with the black paint just to bring this back in, and then we're just going to add the button in just with some black paint. Okay, so I am pretty happy with how this has turned out so far. Next, we are going to be doing the face. So with the makeup, we're just going to keep it basic. You could probably see in most of the film that not many people go all out with the eyeshadow. They just do the normal foundation, eyebrows, probably just a little bit of shadow, blush, etc. So we're just going to stick with that to achieve kind of like a natural sort of glam, but every time you go to say it's going to be natural, we all know it's not going to be. So because it's been a little bit since I put moisturizer on my face and my skin is always so dry, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the littlest bit just to pop on only my dry areas, which is right in between my eyebrows, my eyes, and my nose right here, nowhere else. So the first step I always do is primer. For this I will be using the Laura Mercier primer. So I'm just going to grab a little bit and place it all over. Okay, so now that we have primed our face, the next thing I'm going to be doing is our brows. As always, I always do brows first because nothing is more better than when you have your concealer, you can carve them out and make them look snatched AF. So with this, I'm just going to go in with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I use the shade 4. I do the same thing as I always do, so I'm just going to quickly zoom this through. Now, although we are doing a natural look, I'm still going to put concealer as like a base. Although I'm only really just doing like one eyeshadow, maybe 2 max, but just to help. I don't know. Why do we say we're going to do something natural but we still add every product? Beats me. So now that I've got the concealer down, I'm also just going to go and carve out my brows. And I'm just going to go in and set that with the Huda Beauty Translucent Powder in Sugar Cookie. So because we will be doing the natural look, we're not going to go and use a full coverage foundation. Instead, I'm going to go in with the Nars Tinted Moisturizer, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, Tinted Moisturizer. I've got the shade Light 2, which is called Alaska. With this, I'm just going to disperse a little and spread it evenly around the face. I do feel like with this tinted moisturizer, it does, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like it does oxidizes. So if my face changes color, you know why. Once I've done that bit, I'm just going to go get a damp blender and blend it in. As you can see, it is very natural because it is a tinted moisturizer and you can still see all my freckles, everything show through. So for a concealer, I'm going to grab the L'Oreal True Match. This is the older version, I'm pretty sure. They do have a newer one, but I'm just going to use that in the same areas as I usually would. And just blend that out as well. Once I have finished blending all that in, next I'm going to go and grab the Australis Fresh and Flawless powder in the shade Light Beige. This is my all-time go-to favorite drugstore product. So I just dip that in and set that all over. So next we need to bring a little bit of color to the face. I'm not going to contour, but I will be using some bronzer just to get the shaping back. I will be using the Hoola Benefit bronzer. I also just want to say to you, thank you so much for all the support so far. It has been incredible. It doesn't matter which platform you come from, whether it be TikTok or Instagram. I love you all so dearly. I honestly can't believe how quick TikTok can blow up, and for a video to go like viral, it's crazy. So many people out there would rather use TikTok now to get their work out than Instagram, because Instagram keeps stuffing around with the algorithm and they're not showing anybody's work to anybody. So if you do like and comment on my posts on Instagram and share them around, Thank you so much. You have no idea how much that means to me. People like you help us in the future and know that what we have created is what you love and you want to show everybody. So next we're going to go in with the Rimmel London Maxi blush in the shade Exposed. I have a few like drugstore products that I want to show you guys, so I'm thinking of just doing just one video on all my drugstore favorites. So many people think they need to go out and buy the high-end products, but no, you don't. You can literally go buy a $10 blush for the price of a $50 brush and you're going to have the same benefit out of it. Next, for the highlight, I'm going to go in with the Tarte highlight. This is called Stunner. It is a pretty amazing highlighter. I'm just going to grab a fan brush for this one. So with the natural eyeshadow look, I'm going to go back in with the Be Perfect Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go in with this shade here called Naked and maybe one of these two just to darken it up. With this, we're just going to grab a fluffy brush and just start laying it on everywhere. Just to darken the outer corner out, I'm just going to mix Basic and Rowdy together, which is those two shades that are pointed out. And I'm just going to focus that more on this outer edge and blending in. And then for the inner corner, I'm just going to go in and pack on the shade Hush, which is this one here. Next, we're going to be putting on a lippy. I'm just going to grab the ColourPop Cosmetics Cross Disney collection. And this one here is called Guppy, which is out of the Ariel one, I'm pretty sure. So we're nearing the end of this look. Lastly, we just have to put on mascara and lashes. So for the mascara, I'm going to be taking the Benefit Bang mascara. And I'm going to be putting that on my top and bottom lashes. So for the lashes, I'm going to go in with the Holy Grail Cosmetics range. They have great handmade lashes. They are based in Melbourne, Australia. This here is the wispy style. I'm just going to go ahead and pop these on and I'll be right back. Okay, and just like that, we are all done with this Harry Potter look. Oh my god, how cool would it actually be though if you were in this uniform and you could go to Hogwarts? Like, that would be amazing. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this look. If you did, please make sure you like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know who your favourite character in your team is and what is your favourite movie. For me, my favourite movie would have to be Prisoner of Azkaban. If not, Deathly Hallows Part 2. Even though it is pretty sad, I do like how much action is in it. Like always, I would leave my socials down in the description box below, and I hope you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell when you do to see my next upload next week. Bye!